Welcome back to BB Kingle. It's been 11 videos since the last top 3. 12 really, but don't say out. So like I said, every 11 videos I'll come in with my opinion of a top 3. So this one today is going to be the top 3 most haunted locations in the world. Or really what you could call this is top 3 locations you'll never catch BB Kingle. But anyway, kicking off straight away, going in at number 3, we've got the Moundsville Penitentiary in West Virginia, USA. So this thing was opened in 1876 and went all the way to 1995. It was a former max security prison in West Virginia, and it was known for its harsh conditions and its high number of violent incidents. So not a very pleasant place to be. And it's open to this day for visitors and people to go have a look about, paranormal enthusiasts, people who are intrigued with all this, because it's got a history about it, of it being haunted. So there's people feeling like they've been watched, footsteps, noises, apparitions, all the usual shenanigans that happen in a most haunted location, but terrible place. It looks terrifying to me. If only there was a picture of a ghost that would make it a bit more creepier. Well, there is. This picture I'm showing now is of the Shadow Man, who was believed to be a former prisoner and would spend long periods in solitary confinement. Wouldn't like to be him. But people have claimed to see him. He's been knocking about the area, taking people round. They felt like they've been watched, they've been guided by whatever this is. A whole creepy vibes going on in there. So that's in at my number 3. These next two are pretty close. I couldn't really decide between which one was top and which one was bottom out of the two of them. But the one I've selected as number 1 is one that I really do not want to go whatsoever. However, this one I would go to, and for the history and hopefully to see something. So this one at number 2 is the Paris catacombs. So the Paris catacombs is an underground ossuary. An ossuary is basically a chest, box, building, well, or a site that is made to serve as the final resting place for humans. More than 6 million people are believed to be there. 6 million people are believed to be in the catacombs in Paris. 6 million. Let's just say 1% of the bodies in the catacombs are haunted, right? 1%, 60,000. The pictures I was showing there as I was talking about the catacombs and what an ossuary is are genuine skeletons of people, and they are in the catacombs. People claim to see ghost apparitions and faces in between these skeletons. People say that they have been guided by ghosts and not realised that there was a ghost guiding them and it wasn't a person. There's scratching, people have been bruised, brushed. There's an awful lot of activity down there. I'm not surprised with over 6 million dead bodies down there. I mean, it's an absolute hotspot for paranormal activity. But I'd still rather not go to this next one. Doing the research for this next one was not nice whatsoever, but here it is. The number 1 most haunted place in the world is Aokigahara Forest. These pictures I'm showing here look like it could be a really nice place for a stroll. Nice Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning walk, peaceful, until you find out that between 30 and 100 bodies are found every year in this forest due to suicide. The forest has 2 nicknames. It is the Suicide Forest and the Sea of Trees. This forest can be found at the northwest base of Mount Fuji in Japan. And that 30 to 100 people every year has been since the 1950s. The government have placed signs around the forest and so have pedestrians telling people if they're going there to commit suicide then they're not alone, help is there. And even me just typing in the suicide forest, this came up on the screen. So the forest is straight away associated with suicides. People regularly visit the forest for tours, but there's something very, very dark about it. In this forest, people claim that the energy is absolutely ridiculous. They feel a load of emotions. People feel disorientated and lost, even though they are following a tour guide and have a map. They still claim that there's something not right and they aren't in the right space and they are lost. People, yet again, feel guided by something, not a physical ghost like in Paris catacombs, but by sadness and despair. They say there's a sudden overwhelming feeling of disappointment, sadness, and it just pulls you to the ground. Is this what's causing people to commit suicide as soon as they get there? Are people on the verge and then as soon as they go there, this energy and raw emotion is just pushing them over the ledge? People say they're being followed, watched. Footsteps and noises are often heard in the distance. Just not a nice place to go whatsoever. And there's many stories and myths about people who've been there. One is a girl went to the forest to commit suicide because she wasn't allowed to marry the man she loved. And there's many more. Every single one of these three I've mentioned today, I will do a full video on each and go into the history and sightings and just talk about more of the hauntings that come with the places. I'll do that for each one of these videos. But there's my 3 top haunted locations in the world, or ones that you'll never catch Kingle at. So please like, subscribe. Also check this video out here if you enjoyed this one. Please follow me on my quest for paranormal sightings and events beyond belief.